Steve Nation, happy Monday. We're doing a bonus session today. This is my Gamer Growth series. So, Kyle Manko is not just a wonderful human being, but he's also one of the best Teemo players in the world. And I sponsor him on his Twitch stream and his business. And once a month we get together. No, we do anymore. Anyway, I see him here in the chat. And we're going to try to give him some value for his business. Manko LOL, bringing him in. There he is.
Hey, can you hear me? I've got headphones now.
Yeah, look at that. I'm raising my own camera though, because you're okay. There we go.
Okay, we're good. Ooh, we did it.
We did it.
10:30 sharp.
10:30. This is an early morning for Manko here.
Yes, we're getting there. Well, I've been trying to wake up at 8, so.
Is that your plan? You wake up at 8 now?
Yeah, I've been trying. It's hard, but I'm doing it.
You do hard things, man.
The Gamer Growth series.
Gamer Growth series. How often do we do
sick.
this? It's been. Is it every 2 weeks? Every month? What are we? What's our schedule? Every 3 weeks? It's up to you.
Yeah, I think probably every 3 weeks would be cool. Every 2 to 3 weeks. I kind of like if I have a lot going on that I need your guidance with. I like every 2 weeks. And like if everything's just going smooth, I like every 3 weeks. So 2 to 3.
All right.
Work with that.
You talk to Sandra. You put it in my schedule, and it happens.
Yeah, heck yeah, amen. Good morning. Did you get your coffee? What's your favorite brand? Tim Hortons in Canada?
Nina makes it. Nina's got some German brand right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's exquisite.
Nina makes it. She gets fancy coffee. Anyway, okay, what do we got? How can I help, man? Let's do this.
Okay, so let's see. I had a couple things to go over. Like I said, I look at these as like I get my one-on-one time with you to get all the advice I can soak up. That's how I kind of treat it as. And of course, we can go over anything. So, all right, so let's see. So, me and Cake started doing yoga, which is amazing. It's because I have like a leg injury going on, so I can't really do too much until I get it checked out. But yoga has been like amazing.
Okay.
And it's not like BS. It actually helps so much. It's like stretches you out, gets you calm, gets you all good to go. So that being said, that's what I incorporate into my daily routine with her.
You do yoga with Adrian? Yoga with Adrian, or who are you doing?
What?
Who are you following? Whose program are you following on?
Oh,
on yoga?
Sarah Beth Yoga on YouTube.
Oh, Sarah Beth. Oh, I know Sarah Beth. Okay, great.
She's great.
Yeah. I love Sarah Beth.
So
I challenged her to do yoga. We were in a YouTube event in California, and I challenged her to do yoga in the lobby of the hotel.
What the heck?
Yeah.
She did it?
She's great. She also did my Shania Twain sing-along challenge that I did a while back.
Oh, okay. Heck yeah.
Yeah, she's cool.
Hook us up with an exclusive yoga video.
All right, maybe.
So anyway, we started doing that because, not this week, but last week I had kind of like a not as good PMA week. So I wanted to lead into this. What do you do personally to kind of get you back reset into the positive mental attitude? What are some of the Evan Carmichael techniques that you can maybe share? Don't give away all the secrets. Maybe just one or two that I could potentially put in my routine. Maybe I could think about.
Okay, well, so to figure that out, you start with what threw you off.
What threw me off? Let's see. I think just the workload. I think the workload got to me.
That's just too much?
It just was like just a heavy workload week that just kind of like cracked it. Just put a little dent in the armor, essentially. Just as you know, anybody who doesn't know, League of Legends it's a very fun game, but it's not like the easiest game to play. It definitely kind of can test you sometimes. So I guess it just tested me extra one week. So put a little dent in my armor. So I think that's what got to me.
Was it because you were playing, like it's actually more hours that you were putting in, or they were just more stressful hours?
Probably both. I would probably say both. And it wasn't anything too crazy. It's not like a cracked or anything. Just a little too much of a workload.
Okay, so there's a couple things. If you know that that's happening, it's a scheduling thing, then the long-term fix is you fix your schedule. Like you adjust how many hours you're playing. You don't play on Tuesdays or like whatever like the schedule is, that's going to constantly adjust, right?
Hmm.
As you take on new interests. Maybe you start a yoga stream now and you're doing yoga 4 hours a day, or right? Like when I was playing League and you told me you said, how often am I playing? And I told you, I don't know, 3 games a week. And you're like,
Peanuts.
dude, you need to play 3 games a day, right? 3 games a day? Are you kidding me, dude? Okay, all right, okay. It's like, hey, if you want to hit your goals, you got to do 3 games a day. Like, okay. So now immediately it goes to my schedule. So how do I schedule that in so that it's not overwhelming, so that it's possible? So you need to figure out what is an ongoing schedule. Like, was it just a one-off that you were doing extra work because you were in some competition, or you just were streaming extra, but it's actually not sustainable to you? Like, is there something do you know what an ideal schedule looks like for you for gaming?
Okay, so that leads into it. Okay, that leads into another problem. You're opening a can of worms here. So, essentially, I can do 6 hours a day, no problem in my sleep. I love it. It's like, it's like I go to work for 6 hours. Amazing. 6 hour shift is easy. It's awesome. It's perfect. But I'm trying to expand to 8 hours a day, and it's like an adjustment period to like 5 days out of the week. I can do 8 hours perfect, no problem. But then I have that one day where it's like that last hour or two, maybe I crack a little bit, and it's like, so I can see it's a direct problem. But in streaming, all the successful streamers, it's very uncommon to not stream 8 hours a day. It's like that's the standard 8 hour stream. Boom. That's the golden standard. So at what point, you know, what should I value more? That one day a week where I maybe am not perfect, or being successful essentially, and
Well,
or how to balance that.
inside of the 8 hour stream, what can you do? Like, can you take a 15-minute yoga break with cake on
Yeah,
stream?
I mean, on stream, I mean, yeah, but possibly, maybe if I can get that all set up, that could be a nice breakup point.
Well, something
Like
like that. And maybe it's
break it
not
up.
6 hours in. Maybe it's at the halfway point. Maybe it's 4 hours in. You do 4 hours, or you do like lunchtime with Manco, and you answer questions for 15 minutes.
That is a good idea. So like
Like
just a little activity inside the activity, stream inside the stream, streamception.
when I was doing when I went to New York, when I came to see you, right? When we did you came to New York City, I went, right? We were doing 8 to 12 hour live streams
That's
every day,
crazy.
but treating it like it's life. Not if you think I have to be on for 12 hours and then I get to relax, is the fallacy, is the problem. This is what what would you be doing normally with your life? You'd be playing games anyway. You'd be on League trying to climb and do it. So incorporate that in. So if you're doing 4 hours gaming and then a half-hour break or 20-minute break to eat while still interacting with the audience, or the stuff you've done, I've seen on Cake Channel before, about like you're in the kitchen and you're doing some kind of challenge, or
Yeah.
and then you're doing push-ups in the background. There's something like something fun as a reset, and then go back to streaming afterwards. That
Okay.
might that might
It's
help you
good.
even
It's a
get
good
to nine
idea.
hours, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like a little like an entertainment break almost. Yeah, let me I got my notebooks. I'm prepared these days.
Yeah, I like it. So, but make it something for you that you can bring your audience into, as opposed to thinking, oh, now I need something else that's going to be entertaining for them.
That actually helps a lot because like I am known like after every game or after every game I'll just get up and like take a 1 or 2 minute break, but
Hmm.
it's not interactive. They're just in there on their own. So just
Yeah,
make it like an interactive break.
yeah, like yoga. Like, hey guys, let's do some yoga together,
A couple stretches maybe that would really help.
and you
Okay,
talk
that's
through it,
good.
or maybe you're still looking at Twitch chat and still interacting and having fun with them, but you're
Yeah.
not playing the game and having people flame you for picking Teemo Jungle and
Hey,
whatever
don't low
else.
blows now.
Right? Listen, I get the same. Although playing top lane, I get way less hate than I was
Yeah,
ADC or
yeah, take a
jungle.
vacation. Okay,
Um,
that's good.
okay, so
Like an interactive break.
yeah. So that's the ongoing solution. That's the okay. Today's Monday, right? I'm start your new week. What does my stream look like, and how can I inject some fun into it? And I would also bring Cake into it if she wants to, right? So it's a joint thing because it's a lot of work. I mean, I guess it's a normal 8 hour shift you do anywhere else. It's a job, but being able to incorporate your partner into it so that it like how can your stream add to your relationship instead of being the thing that kind of takes away from it.
Oh, she's gonna love that. And I like that. That's like a poster worthy quote. Can you say that again?
You're like, I don't even know what I said. How can the
God.
stream add to your relationship as opposed to being the thing that takes away from it?
Thank you.
So whether she's hopping on, I know she's streaming too. She has her own schedule.
Hmm.
But if she's hopping on, or you always start with a game with her, or viewer game, and even stuff like that. Like if viewer games are fun, where you can just do some crazy build. That's why it's like, is it the
Relax.
number of hours or is it the amount of stress inside? Because 8 hours is not always the same. Like 8 hours could be
Yeah.
easy breezy, and 8 hours could be crazy stressful. If you got Frog and flaming you for 8 hours, it's going to be more stressful.
I wish I had that video. I wish I had the pod. That's
Um,
good. Okay, that helped a lot. That's a great
and,
answer to my
and
question.
and she's at home all day too, right? Or
Yeah.
she's still doing her other job.
No, she's at home now.
Okay. So yeah, so create your schedule together. So like you wake up and you do yoga, and then you play some games, and then you break together and do trivia time or Q&A time, or just the two of you in front of the camera answering questions, or
I
lunchtime or
like that.
yoga time, or like whatever would bring you guys closer together. So it feels more like real life than you trying to put on some show and then being wiped afterwards.
Yeah, that's
Because
great. Thank you.
if you're stressed out and wiped out after an 8 hour shift, then guess what? You're not, even though you're done streaming, you're not showing up well as a boyfriend, as a partner, because now you just
Yeah.
need time to yourself to relax and veg out and not be your best for her. Yeah. So how can the stream add to your relationship besides just the financial success goals? The other thing I would do is that's the ongoing fix, right? Like you can have that conversation today and start to tweak it. The immediate, like if you're feeling stressed out right now in the moment because you're trying to play and Froggen's flaming you, and it's like, come on, man. Two things help. One is empathy. Understand that most people in the world hate their lives.
Ooh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
people hate their lives. They might be putting something up on Instagram and showing off some award or something that they did, and then they go home and they look in the mirror and they hate themselves.
That's hard. That's just hard to hear. It's hard to
It,
listen to.
well, I know.
It
This
hits
is
you.
why you're here to save the world with your positivity.
Amen.
But most people hate their lives. Most people are not happy with where they're at. Most people are not happy with where they're going. Most people are completely lost and don't know what they should be doing. That's most of the world. I mean, that was you 3 years ago or whatever.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
That's most people, not necessarily financially and being like actually being homeless and sleeping in the car at Walmart and that kind of stuff. But mentally, they're there. Emotionally, they're there. Emotionally, most people are bankrupt. They're barely hanging on. So that right there, it's like, damn. So when somebody's throwing shade at you for something, that's where I go by default. Like, this person hates their life. Like if they're so upset and toxic and raging at a video game with everything else going on in life, they must be in a really, really dark spot. Even if they aren't, I'll still tell myself that. Like, maybe Froggen loves his life. I don't think he does. But even if he does, I'll tell myself, man, Froggen hates his life. And what that does is remove the sting. Like, you expect a baby to poop their pants. So I would expect somebody who's really negative, who's having they're not a bad human, but they're having a really rough spot in their life. I expect them to lash out in every area of their life. So that's
sense.
one.
That definitely reduces the sting 100%. It's like it's more like it's definitely more logical. It makes sense. It's it's reasonable for baby to poop their pants, as the wise Evan Carmichael said. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like you
Just
can
imagine
kind of expect
Froggen
it
in
and
his
work around it.
diapers. It's like he's playing this game in his diapers and he's taking a crap all over himself and playing the game.
Well, you can't be mad when you're originalizing that. You just locked the
Well,
secret. I'm gonna tell her.
but
I'm gonna tell the world
do it, man.
how to be good at League of Legends. Picture
And
everybody pooping their pants.
yeah, and it's not about making them like that you're better than them or that their life sucks and ha 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 laugh at them. It's empathy. Like you feel bad for them. You understand the situation that they're in, and that removes the sting of the words. Like maybe there's some kind of point in what they're saying, but typically there's not. Most of the time when they're flaming, like maybe you made a mistake, you can say, hey, yeah, my bad. But the way they attack you for making the mistake is wholly unreasonable, right?
Yeah.
So so having that's one mindset, and the other one is the other one I'll go to is I do difficult things. Like this is just a warm up. I'll tell myself this is just a warm up.
Okay. Yeah. Life is a lot harder than this. If I can get through life, I can get through this.
No.
No.
No, it's that this is just a start. Like if I was struggling with doing an 8-hour stream, the long-term fix is fix my schedule, right? Like I'm going to fix my schedule so that I'm not struggling as much ongoing, but that doesn't help me right now in the moment when I'm stressed out. The in the moment is this is my chance to show myself what I'm made of. Like this is just a warm up. Like you're at your last set and then you still do 3 more because you do difficult things.
Oh yeah, I love
Like
that.
this is the mountain that was put in front of me. Let's go, right? So I'll literally tell myself this is just a warm up. The fact that I feel overwhelmed and stressed out at my max, I'm just getting started. I'm capable of this and so much more, right?
Jesus Christ, motivational speaker.
Yeah, well, to myself,
Yeah,
right?
I
That's the
like
voice
that.
inside my head. So
Well,
one
to
of
me
those
too.
two.
I'm getting just excited. What the hell?
That's it, man. So one of those two, right? So long-term fix is fix your schedule, talk the cake, make the stream be the best part of your life, and contributes to it, not takes away. But then the in the moment stuff is one, baby poop and pants, like empathy. This person hates their life, or two, I do difficult things. Let's go.
I like that. That's a lot to work with. It's really good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There you go.
Okay, now another question. So as my life gets more filled, right? It's actually quite busy. We've got plenty to do. We might be moving here in a couple months. We've got to clean up the house a lot, get rid of a lot of stuff. As my life gets busier, as you know, with me missing Instagram Live, I truly think scheduling is a skill. Scheduling is a skill set. It's something you get to practice. What can you give just like off the bat? Like what can help somebody but get better at scheduling, get better at time management? And like what do you do? What do you look for when you're making your schedule? Right now, my schedule is essentially like stream, VOD review with a person, a paid coaching, and then the next 3-4 hours is just like relax. Like I had nothing for those 3-4 hours. Is that too much of a chunk to have nothing to do? Like give me because I feel like that 3-4 hours. Like well, I can what do I put here? Do I just truly get to relax for that time, or should I fill that time up? You know.
So I don't. People ask me what do I do on my break time, or my off time, or my fun time, and it's like it's all break time.
Well, how the heck does that work? Elaborate.
Well, like you get
What
the
do you
pick.
mean?
You get the pick. There's not like even in saying that you're saying that in the work that you're doing is not a break. Like it's all you get to design your entire life. What the mistake most people make with their schedule is they only schedule in business stuff.
That's exactly what I do. Exactly.
And not the rest. So how much sleep do you need? How much time do you need with cake? How much time do you need doing yoga? How much time do you need for anything else that you want to do? Whether it's, I don't care, meditation or reading or watching Evan Carmichael videos on YouTube, that's some good stuff. Any of that stuff, right? I like to say you need to map your actions to your ambitions. So what are your ambitions? What do you want out of life? Like what does a good, happy Kyle life look like?
Let's see here. A good happy Kyle life is I do my work, which is the stream. I wake up, do the stream. After that, I would immediately spend some time with cake. After that, ideally either cook or clean or do some sort of like makes me feel productive task and relax. Yoga and then relax. That's my ideal day right now.
So you put that in calendar.
Just pop all that in there. So you're
Yep.
saying life's your sandbox, even if you're just throwing sand in the water, you slap that in your schedule. You're putting sand down your pants, put it in your schedule. Just put everything in there.
That's the weirdest analogy I've heard, but
But
yes,
essentially, yeah, okay.
you put it in your calendar. You put your personal stuff in your calendar so that
I feel like it's going to take me hours to put my schedule together for the week, no?
no, but
Punching
like
all
it
that in?
should, dude. But that's an intentional life. That is showing up to life and saying, "Here's what I want out of life, and I'm going to go do it." Now, most of it will repeat for the next week. So you spend a little bit of time at the beginning trying to figure out what does your ideal calendar look like. But then the following week, you just live it. There's just tiny little adjustments that you might have to make. But to say that I want to stream for 8 hours and then I want to spend half an hour with cake and we're going to go for a walk or we're going to do some yoga or we're going to talk or we're going to cook together or like I want to make sure I'm spending as part of my what a good relationship looks like, not just a good business. I need to make sure I'm spending whatever, an hour of quality time right after my stream. And so you calendar that in.
Now, what if you don't? Now, what if you do all this schedule, and what if you don't? You don't do it. What if you just, go over? You don't account for something. What if you just don't follow the schedule? And essentially, you're back at square one.
You have to
And
treat everything as importantly as you treat your stream.
that's really good advice. I need to write that down because I feel like there has been priority imbalance, essentially.
And you have time. You're streaming 6 hours a day. Okay, you're going to jump to 8. You still have 16 other hours in the day
Yeah.
that are going to be sleep and then going to be other stuff. If you're going to sleep for 8 hours, that still gives you another 8 hours of what every day?
Yeah. That's a lot.
Fill it with, you could fit a whole other stream in there if you wanted to.
I
Right?
don't jump the gun now.
But with intention, this is the life that you
Yeah.
want. So treat your personal commitments as importantly as you treat your stream. So
Yeah, that's really useful. I needed to hear that.
do you ever cancel your stream? Yeah, but it's got to be important. Like if you're going to push off a stream, it's because there's something that's really, really important. So same thing. Do I ever cancel? Saturday is my day with Nina where we go for a hike. We do always something around the city when it's my time with her. Do I ever cancel that? Yes. But it's just as important as canceling like a video day.
Yeah.
If I'm going to cancel on a Saturday, like something big better be happening. Because if you don't put barriers around it or a fence around it, then it's never a priority and will always be trampled on.
Okay, that's good.
So that hour after your stream, that's your time. Unless like if you need to go to the hospital because your hand is cramping up, great. That's an acceptable reason. But
No, it's
other
not.
reasons,
Screw it.
other reasons, no. So it's got to be just as important.
Okay. Next question here. So as I grow, as it's going, so update, when you first met me, we were at 50 hours viewers, right? It's going great. We're at like 300, and that's like, last month we were at like 200, right? So the growth is there. I mean, we peaked at 450 alone with no
Nice.
host, no nothing yesterday. It was great. So with this being said, a part of making it my job, sponsorships. That's all coming in. How should I approach them? Like you've been down this road. Should I just take, oh, it's money, let's do it? Should I do, only do it if I really like the product, enjoy their product? Should I do, maybe sacrifice this element for that? How did you approach sponsorships? Because I've always been emotions over money. I've always been, if I'm not into it, doesn't matter how much money you're going to give me, I'm not going to do that. Is that a smart business decision or is that stupid? What is your hot take on that?
I would lean in on it. It's a stupid short-term decision, but a genius long-term solution.
Say it again.
I don't know what he said.
Lean in on it.
Yeah.
Say,
It's a
elaborate.
great, like, taking the money is a great short-term solution, but
Hmm.
if you don't believe in the product or company, you're killing your long-term success.
Yeah,
Because what
I agree with that.
you're building a brand, you're building a community of people that if you're not actually using it, so why I did the thing with you was I loved you, right? Like in our
I
Twitter
love you too.
conversation back and forth, I'm like, dude, this guy's got something, right? This guy could be the force for good, in the gaming community. Um,
Oh shit.
he doesn't see it yet, but I want to be part of the journey and help get to where he needs to be. Um, so whatever. What's it? Blitz? What's the tool that allows you to pick your runes and masters that Reggie just bought? Blitz that
That sounds
OP
about
or
right.
something?
OPGJ Blitz.
Yeah, like, so say Blitz. Like Blitz, Reggie buys it. He's doing sponsorships now. If you think Blitz is a piece of garbage and never use it yourself, then don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Like this, I lose deals all the time because of this, but it's great for my long-term brand and the community that I have. Companies say, hey, can you promote this new software company or this new credit card or this new XYZ? And I said, well, I'd have to use it.
Yeah. So
I,
you have to be into it.
I got to be into it. You got to actually, if somebody wants you to wear a hoodie, you got to actually like that design and like the company.
Yeah. Okay. So we're on the same page with that. That's good. That's how I've always been, But I just, there have been moments where I'm like, wow, that's some money. It's some money, but it's like I'm not gonna do it if I'm not into it. It's usually how I am.
Like, you got
I
to
just
think, can
wanted to
you
know if
find
that
an
was,
angle? Can you find an angle that makes it work for you? But yeah, at the end of the day, your audience is following you, and the
yeah,
recommendation from Kyle Manko needs to mean something.
I agree. Yeah, especially as I continue this. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't doing anything dumb business wise, because the business side of this is not my strong suit. That's why I have Mrs. Cake and you, of course.
You're the
Good.
heart. Like, you're the heart. You will sometimes make decisions that may not make sense to the head, to the strategy, but your heart will carry through. This is a heart decision. Like the
Those are always risky. I feel like sometimes.
but those are always the best ones. Those are
Yeah.
always the best ones.
Amen. Okay,
So
good.
anytime it doesn't feel right, there's a difference between a knowledge gap, like you just don't know, which will happen a lot, right? I mean,
Hmm.
you taught me something yesterday about League that I didn't know, right? It's just like, okay, great. Manka knows more than me. I got to do it.
Duh. Hello.
That, so that will happen a lot. There'll be lots of knowledge gaps as you build this business and empire up. But if it doesn't feel right, because it goes against your heart, like it feels wrong, it goes against your values, that's like you shut it all down and say, we're not doing this. Even though it
Okay.
makes total sense, this isn't right.
Good. Okay. Thank you. Can I give a quick shout out? My father just joined the chat, and that's something you love to see. So I just want to give a quick shout out. Hey, pops, how you doing?
Papa
Sorry.
Manko in the house.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's you don't see that every day. Happy late Father's Day. I did wish him it though, and I did get him a gift. So that
He
means
wished
I'm a
me
good
he
son.
wished me a happy Father's Day too. Kyle's a good
Yeah.
dude. Okay, we got one
Anyway.
minute. What do you got?
Okay. Let's see. I mean, that was my big three. Merch, Cake is sending you over the file, I believe. Is that where we're at? I've been horrible at seeing the emails, finding them. Where are we at in the merch? Just
We
to touch
need
base on
so
it.
for we need the logo
Hmm.
on separate layers,
Separate layers on the logo.
because you need to be able to take out the background. If you ever want to put a logo on a hat or sweater or hoodie or whatever, you need that. And this is good for you to have for anything, because when we're putting the Menko logo on the moon, they're going to need this.
Amen. Goals.
So
Okay.
it has to be a separate layer. So the logo, because it's on a white background, and you can hack to delete the white background, but it
Hmm.
doesn't look great when you're doing a printed shirt. So you need the logo on a separate layer. The designer should have it. Just got to make sure you get that file.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have, if you don't mind, I'm gonna like forward it to Cake and have her do it because she's a lot better with all that and she got the logo done. So.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right, that's it then. I mean, I have a lot to work with. Like I said, my favorite part, that quote, let me find it. How can the stream add as opposed to take away? That's one of my good ones there. And of course, oh, there's one other one. I don't have it. It was one of the ones I had to watch the VOD.
It'll be there.
It was before my sand in the ocean, sand in your pants quote. But you
Yeah,
had
yeah.
also another good one.
Babies. Frog gets a baby in his diaper.
Oh yeah, everybody's pooping on the rift. There
Right.
you go. All right, thank
Okay,
you so
man.
much for your time. This is awesome.
Good luck. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye bye.
Cheers.